I'm Lian Pick in Kuala Lumpur with the top stories here on Al Jazeera. Asian markets have shown cautious optimism in trade on Monday following the announcement of unprecedented new emergency measures to stabilize the Eurozone. In Japan, the Nikkei gained more than 1% after falling more than 6% last week over fears about the debt crisis. The main indices in Hong Kong, Seoul, Sydney and Singapore were also higher. Now, just before markets opened, the EU announced that nearly $1 trillion would be provided as a safety net for European nations. It is hoped their measures will stop speculators from targeting the currencies of weaker nations such as Spain and Portugal. Markets slumped all over the world last week over concern about the stability of the Eurozone economies in the wake of the Greek debt crisis. At least 9 people have been killed and 20 people injured in separate attacks in Baghdad. Reports quoting an unnamed Iraqi official say gunmen assaulted 6 checkpoints in the city around dawn local time. The reports also say bombs were detonated at 3 checkpoints in the city. Voters across the Philippines have been voting in national elections. Glitches in a controversial new automated system have caused serious delays, forcing officials to extend voting by 1 hour. More than 18,000 positions are being contested in the presidential, congressional and local polls.
Polling centers across the Philippines opened at 7 a.m. Monday morning, but many voters had been waiting outside that for hours before. Such is the degree of excitement and anticipation that are surrounding these first ever automated polls in the Philippines. Now, the Commission on Elections has projected an 80% voter turnout. That's 80% of some 50 million registered voters.
The number of people killed from 2 methane explosions at Russia's largest coal mine has risen to 30. Rescue teams have re-entered the mine to search for dozens who are still trapped underground. The efforts were suspended for most of Sunday because of fears of more blasts. The U.S. has, for the first time, directly accused the Pakistani Taliban of being behind the May 1st attempted car bombing in New York's Times Square. Attorney General Eric Holder says there is now enough evidence to link the group with Faisal Shahzad, the Pakistani-born U.S. citizen who's been charged in the case. According to investigators, Shahzad received bomb-making training in Pakistan. And for the latest updates, you can always log on to our website. The address is aljazeera.net/English.